Hey team, here's that pour video that I promised you. I posted the prep video for this job on Friday, and here we go. Let's get into it. So if you notice the little black chairs there, they are not chaired up yet. So what we do is we scatter those chairs around and we wheelbarrow the pad. There's the water stop, that's the curb stop. So I've got a little piece of black ABS pipe around that to sleeve it so it doesn't get embedded. But back to the chairs, we don't chair up the rebar for these little jobs because one guy's got a wheelbarrow over top of that rebar. And if we chaired it up, it would defeat the purpose and it would be really hard to bump along over the chaired up rebar. So if you notice the chairs are on the ground, it's just not chaired up yet, that's why. So here's that tight radius. So a little trick for this, especially if you're using a big edger like this, is that you can only edge it one way. So if you notice I'm going backwards and I'm stealing a little bit of cream and I'm working my way around backwards, you can't push and pull both directions on something like this. It's just too tight of a radius. They make a 1-inch radius cutter, which I have, but I find that it's tricky to use too. The handle's sideways and it's a little weird. So just a little trick for you. Now we got our main cuts in with our 4-foot missile, then we switched to our Cadillac. Our yellow laser beam is a little bit longer, our 30-inch, and then we finished off with our small blue laser beam there. Now we're very careful to only steel trowel this once. This is Alberta, there's a lot of air entrainment in the mix, so we don't want to trowel it and get it super smooth and do multiple trowels. So we float it off, we get our cuts in like we're doing now, we got it edged a couple times, the cuts are in a couple times, we trowel it out once, and then we broom it. If you trowel it too many times, you can knock that air back into the mix and it can get stuck right at the surface and it can cause delamination later. You might have to look more into air entrainment if you're unfamiliar, or just watch some more of my videos. I do try to explain it quite well. So single trowel. Now we change the transition of the broom. So we try to broom opposite of the direction of travel. So when you're walking up the sidewalk, the broom is left to right. Now we're switching around the corner, so we like it to give it a little 45-degree broom, and then that transitions over to the opposite direction going down the other side. So some guys do this, some guys don't. I know it might look a little weird, but that's just kind of how we do it. There's the final product there, and looking pretty sweet. This is called a California style broom finish, which means we do not put the finish cuts or finish edges in. That tool is called a crack chaser. It's a wide segmented blade that goes from about a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch to about a 1/2 inch wide, and we just clean up those cuts a bit so water can get out. There is our curb stop, nice and flush. And final little cleanup here. Let's push that all back into the side, and we leave the landscaping to the clients on this one. And now here's a quick walkthrough of the pad the day after we are all done. Starting to cure, you can see that moisture coming out. Great job, team.